Tonight on NewsLink Indiana, we have information about a shooting in a Muncie apartment this morning.
A nonprofit's goal to end the stigma of drug addiction received grant money for their efforts. Learn how this money will help them and their mission.
A woman accomplishes her dreams of owning a coffee shop. Hear her and her family's hopes on how they will serve the community.
Students are preparing for another year of music in their dorms. Find out how they are getting ready.
I'm tracking rain showers this weekend. NewsLink Indiana starts now.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Ava Lenz.
And I'm Lauren Bell. This morning, a 14-year-old Muncie girl was fatally shot.
NewsLink Indiana's Brooke Ballard is live with us for more on the story.
Thank you, Ava and Lauren. The shooting happened shortly after 8 a.m. at an apartment on East Gilbert Street, according to the Star Press. As you can see behind me, this is the map of that very street. The victim was pronounced dead at IU Health Ball Memorial Hospital, but a 15-year-old male was taken into custody at the scene, and he is currently being held at the Delaware County Juvenile Detention Center on suspicion of the following: reckless homicide, dangerous possession of a firearm, pointing a firearm, and theft of a firearm. Now, Delaware County Prosecutor Eric Hoffman said, quote, "We will be reviewing the facts and circumstances of the case and determine whether to petition for waiver into adult court," end quote. Now, anyone with information on this shooting, please do contact the Muncie Department Detectives Division at 767-747-4867 or dispatchers at 765-747-4838. Back to you two at the desk.
Thank you, Brooke. Back in January, I visited the Recovery Cafe to learn more about their mission to help Muncie community members on their path to recovery. On Tuesday, I went back and learned they've received funding to up their efforts.
For us on this end, we know what the behind the scenes are, a lot more than other people do. So for us to be able to use that as a platform, to be able to use the Colts for a platform, to be able to use Jim Irsay as a platform, it's really humbling.
The Recovery Cafe was this year's recipient of the Kicking the Stigma grant. From the football field to ground level, having support from an influential figure is key for the cafe's mission.
At the end of the day, we're all human, and being there for one another, especially from the Colts all the way down to the streets, it's just it's a beautiful thing for me.
Sean Cox is the supervisor of the Motivating, Empowering, Navigating, and Discover program that's funded through the grant. He plans to use the funding to outreach to an age he calls a crucial period.
I'm really big on trying to start a big brother, big sister program. Some right around the ages of 19 and 24. I know that's a critical time in a lot of people's lives.
Right behind me here is where the Recovery Cafe of Muncie used to be located, but now they've moved. The Recovery Cafe tells me that this couldn't have happened without Jim Irsay's Kicking the Stigma's help.
Our membership is getting really big, so it was a good problem. So more people just kept coming to the cafe, and there would be days where it was just standing room only.
With over 21,000 square feet, Abby says this space can now offer warming and cooling centers and more resources to help with recovery. She says she wants to see the cafe become a hub of accessibility.
This idea was really kind of falling into place, like we're moving. It was them, like their emotion and their excitement, and like them having a place to call their own is everything.
The Recovery Cafe plans to have their grand opening of their new location in November, but their services are still open for all. In Muncie, Amelia Winter, NewsLink, Indiana.
The Recovery Cafe says it's okay to not be okay and to reach out for help. To get involved or learn more about the cafe's mission, go to recoverycafemuncie.org for more information.
Off of Reserve Street lies a quaint family-owned coffee shop brewing with potential to serve Muncie's community. Dina's Coffee House is a family-owned and run coffee shop with an extensive menu of lattes, coffees, and teas. Owners Alyssa and James Huffler officially opened Dina's Coffee House for business with the help of their family early this year and have bright intentions for the shop's future.
I really would love to see this switch over from grab and go, like quick service coffee into more of a coffee lab. We are trying to start a roastery currently, so it will help us with our clients by bringing them in.
Dina's Coffee House opened as a pursuit of owner Alyssa's lifelong dream to own a coffee shop. The shop is named after Alyssa's grandmother and retains all the familial love she hopes the coffee house will cater to both the university and student community.
For its third year, the Equinox Music Festival will be returning to campus in the spring. NewsLink's Arlene Thompson has more in the story.
In Ball State's residence hall, Botsford-Swinford, the green screen room was busy with students throwing in their ideas for this year's Equinox Festival. While the residents enjoyed complimentary donuts, academic peer mentor Aaron Hicks filled the residents in on what the festival is all about.
Equinox Music Festival is an event that the CCIM LLC holds in April, where we get a whole bunch of local bands from around Indiana, just the general Muncie, Fort Wayne, Indianapolis area, to come perform for an all-day music festival here on Ball State's campus. It's put together by students, it is attended by students, and it's just overall a great opportunity for people to get involved.
The students who are in charge of putting the event on will get opportunities to get hands-on experience in media. With plans to advertise on social media, reach out to bands, and record and live stream the event, students can get their foot in the door.
Being able to do this event is kind of amazing because there's been years upon years of building and adding to this, putting more things into it, and getting to throw my name in the bin and say, I added this to it.
Last year, with over 150 Cardinals in the audience, the festival hosted many folk bands. The festival will take place in mid-April, allowing students to let loose before finals. In a celebratory close to the end of the school year, the group is ready to hit the ground running. In Muncie, Arlene Thompson, NewsLink, Indiana.
Any new information or updates will be available on their Instagram page at Equinox Music Fest. Now, with the weather being really nice lately, I know that there's been some music festivals going on, especially around Indy, and I know that there was one in Ohio, I believe, as well.
Yes.
I don't know how you've been feeling about the weather.
Oh, I've been loving it, soaking up all the sunshine.
Yes, yes. Now let's take it over to Sydney with weather.
Looking at those warm temperatures here in Muncie, we're seeing 67 degrees here in Muncie, 78 down in Indianapolis, 69 down in Terre Haute, and even 85 degrees over in St. Louis. Heading into our 12 hours, we see that temperature drop from 65 degrees here at 10 p.m. even down to 65 degrees around 4 or 5 a.m. and then climbing back up to 67 degrees around 9 a.m. What we're tracking this week is persistent dry conditions, ongoing heat, and our rain returns. All this and more on my...
Coming up, the FCC may target ABC's The View after the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel. Find out why.
And get the latest on the Senate's plan to fund the government.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She carried 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh,
or our family's secret sauce. We all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/team up.
Welcome back. The Federal Communications Commission could be targeting another ABC show after Jimmy Kimmel's recent suspension. Thursday, FCC Chair Brendan Carr said it might be worthwhile for his agency to target The View. During an interview, Carr mentioned how the FCC's equal opportunity rule requires stations to grant political candidates of the same amount of airtime. However, most talk shows and late-night programs are exempt under the agency's bona fide news classification. Carr questions whether The View should continue to qualify for that exemption. If the long-running show is stripped of its privilege, it would be forced to change its format.
On Friday, the Senate is set to vote on competing Republican and Democratic bills that would keep the government funded through mid-November. It is unlikely either bill will reach the 60-vote threshold needed to pass. Senate Majority Leader John Thune says if they fail, he will set up another vote on the GOP plan closer to the October 1st deadline. That would essentially force Democrats to choose whether to accept the GOP plan or risk a shutdown. Meanwhile, the House is also set to vote on the GOP bill Friday.
I've got more information on our drought conditions after the break.
After his wife passed, my neighbor Larry started drinking a lot. He was in distress and acting out. He had guns around, and I didn't want anything bad to happen. I pressed pause. Our local authorities filed a firearm restraining order to temporarily remove the guns. It gave Larry the time he needed to get help. It wasn't easy, but we got through it together. Learn more at illinois.gov/pause to heal.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. The time is now 9:15 and we are taking a look at the new Performing Arts Center.
Looking at our current temperatures, here in Muncie we see 67 degrees, 78 down in Indianapolis, 69 down in Terre Haute, and even reaching up to 85 degrees over in St. Louis. Looking at our almanac for today, we saw a high of 91 degrees, with our average high in the past being 78 degrees and our record high being 94 degrees back in 2018. We're not too far off from that record. Looking over the next 12 hours, we see those temperatures drop down to 59 degrees around 4 or 5 a.m. and reaching back up to 67 degrees by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Looking at our temperatures for tonight, we see really clear skies and calm winds with a low of 59 degrees. It'd be a really nice night to go out and take a walk. Then heading into tomorrow morning around 8 a.m., again, those clear skies and calm winds, we see a high of 59 degrees. Then around noon, we see that temperature reach up to 84 degrees, again with those clear skies and calm winds. Then around 5 p.m., we will start to see some clouds come our way with a high of 90 degrees and those calm winds from the east at around 5 miles per hour. Looking at our drought monitor, we are seeing some dry temperatures here in Muncie. We even see some of that drought reach up to the severe level up in Fort Wayne. So hopefully we'll have some relief this weekend with some precipitation heading our way. Sunday evening around 5 p.m. we'll start to see that first chance of precipitation. Then heading into early Monday morning around 5 or 6 a.m. we'll see a 70% chance of rain and even some more precipitation heading our way Tuesday and Wednesday. Looking at our precision cast, we see that overcast heading our way on Saturday before hitting us really hard on Sunday night around 5 p.m. and more rain showers coming our way early Monday morning before clearing out later in the week. Looking at our 5-day temperature trend, we saw temperatures reach up to 90 degrees on Friday, 86 on Saturday, 85 on Sunday, 81 on Monday, and even reaching down to 79 on Tuesday. Our average high in the past has been 78 degrees, so we're seeing some pretty above average temperatures right now. Not only in Indiana, but also across the west and on our east coast, we are seeing those above average temperatures. Looking at our 7-day forecast, again, those warm temperatures throughout the weekend. Heading into Sunday, we see that first chance of our precipitation. Then heading into Monday, another chance of that precipitation, bringing our temperature down to 81 degrees. Heading into Tuesday, we start to see those temperatures drop a little bit more, down to 79 degrees. Then heading into Wednesday, down to 78 degrees. And then that other chance of rainfall on Thursday will bring us down to 74 degrees. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for the rain and for us to finally cool down.
Yes, I feel like we haven't gotten rain in so long.
It's been forever.
Look outside and the grass is all like, it's brown, doesn't look nice anymore.
No.
It's definitely needed.
I'm ready for a nice fall day.
Yes.
I know, and I especially can't wait to start making the pumpkin spice latte.
Pumpkin spice.
Okay,
carve some pumpkins.
Yes, I can't wait for
I'm ready for some Halloween.
All right, well, thank you, Sydney.
Thank you.
There's a lot more to get on NewsLink Indiana. Up next, Emma Deaton has a preview of sports.
Thanks, Ava and Lauren. One Ball State team gives the students of Muncie a field trip while another is looking to make a statement on the road. All this and more next in sports.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game?
To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health.
Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We can't play about our future or our finances. Make moves, set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up, stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things. This is pre-tirement.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Emma Deaton with sports. The Ball State women's volleyball team hosted a field trip day for local Muncie students during their game against Cincinnati earlier today. NewsLink Indiana's Emma Bergman went to see what it meant to the team.
Local Muncie elementary and middle school kids got the chance to cheer on the Cardinals earlier today at Worthen Arena. Students roared the arena cheering on the Cardinals as they played the Cincinnati Bearcats. Sophomore Kirsten Tyler shares her experience on the atmosphere.
Field trip day was absolutely incredible as a player, I would say. It was such a cool atmosphere to be a part of and something so unique where the second you walk out onto the court for warm-ups, you hear all these kids screaming and just so excited to be here. So I think that really propelled us through that first set and allowed us to get an early lead on Cincinnati and just enjoy every minute that those kids were cheering for us.
Coach Kelly Miller Phillips was the one to introduce the idea to her team of local students getting to experience a game day here at Ball State. She shares how it bloomed into much more.
I love so much about Field Day, just the energy, the environment, the way that the kids are just super, super excited about everything that's going on. It just provides so much fun and energy. And I mean, I tell my team, like, how awesome is it to play in front of great crowds and people that are cheering for you. It's just an amazing, amazing environment.
The team appreciates the support from these kids so much. Sophomore Elizabeth Tabling shares more about what this day means to her.
Field trip day is just one of the best days that we get to play at home. The crowd means a lot to us, and being able to break the attendance record here at Ball State for the women's volleyball program is something that will always stay in my heart, and it was an incredible atmosphere to be a part of today.
In Muncie, Emma Bergman, NewsLink, Indiana.
Chipping over to the links, Ball State women's golf is breaking records at an insane pace, but their most recent tournament serves as an opportunity to slow down and remember. NewsLink Indiana's Jake Dickman has more on just why these 3 rounds were about more than just golf.
Records are meant to be broken. After all, that's why we keep them, so that when someone usurps a number, we know just how remarkable that achievement is. But what happens when the person you pass has a legacy beyond just a number?
Jasmine Driscoll, Sarah Gallagher, JJ Gregston. This team has no shortage of record breakers. But at the Brittany Kelly Classic, it's not about breaking records. It's about remembering those who set them and keeping their memory alive. Such is the case of Ball State Hall of Fame golfer and invitational namesake Brittany Kelly, who lost her life at just 32 years old to ovarian cancer. So, for the Cardinals, this tournament carries a little extra weight.
And there's a whole nother element to it for us, which is honoring one of our all-time great players who, lost her battle to cancer way too young.
In her time at Ball State, Kelly posted numerous records, including the single-season scoring average, the career scoring average, and the 54-hole tournament score en route to 3 straight MVP awards. And the current Cardinals know that the level of play at this tournament needs to be higher because of it.
For us to come out and compete in a way that honors the way she lived, the way not only she played golf, but the way that she battled cancer, that's really what we're trying to do.
And after a thrilling playoff that spanned 4 holes, Ball State's Sarah Gallagher capped off the emotional day in the best way possible. To honor the legacy of a golfing legend.
Being able to win in a tournament that's named after her, I think is really important, and just be able to honor her legacy. And I think the best way to do that is to win a tournament that is in her honor.
So when these record breakers have their career come to a close, they'll find themselves right next to Brittany Kelly, immortalized in Ball State history.
We've got some that are probably going to go down on that all-time list for us. I think you're right. They are on their way to cementing their own legacy.
In Yorktown, Jake Dickman, NewsLink, Indiana.
Taking things to the gridiron, Ball State football is set to travel to Connecticut this weekend to take on the Yukon Huskies. After a win last time out against New Hampshire, the Cardinals will look to make it a 2-2 start to the season. If the Cards can pull out a win, this would mark the first time since November of 2023 that the team was able to win back-to-back games, and the first road non-conference win since 2020. Kickoff against the Huskies is set for 3:30 p.m. and can be caught on the CBS Sports Network. Jumping from the turf to the rec center, one Ball State club is hopping into action this school year. NewsLink Indiana's Jalen McKissick has more on the group that is creating new bonds over an activity they all love.
The Ball State Jump Rope Club is a place that radiates what college is all about, giving people a sense of belonging.
It's just a community and it's a friendship despite who comes in.
no matter how long we've known you, like it's always just a good time and everyone's so incredibly great and awesome.
Club president Tori Shank believes that the bonding that comes from working out as a team is what separates this club from others.
Vibe and good friendship, but also we're still doing things to keep our bodies and our minds healthy and active, which is just something you don't see all of those things together in a club very often.
Although the club is full of laughter and fun, there are times when practices get serious.
But when we actually have performances, it's a little more like, okay guys, we need to lock in, we need to get ready, we want to look good in front of people while we're performing.
The club appears at many Ball State events to show off their skills, as well as something big that they do at the end of each year.
So just a bunch of different performances and little things around here. And then at the end of the year, we do a big competition with other collegiate teams from around the U.S. And so like last year, we went to North Carolina and jumped with a bunch of teams and competed against other collegiate jump rope teams.
Leading this club has helped Shank become a better leader on and off the hardwood.
It's helped me be able to lead something not just in the space, but also outside of the space where like teammates come to me for certain things and like talk to me outside of practices, and kind of being a leader, not just in the jump rope, but also as like a friend.
You can check out the Jump Rope Club in action at Dance Marathon, as well as various other Ball State sporting events during intermissions. In Muncie, Jalen McKissick, NewsLink, Indiana.
Well, throwing things back over to football, how confident are you guys in them going back-to-back this weekend?
I am pretty confident. And since we won last game, I think we can do pretty good on this game.
I'm very hopeful.
Yes, all right.
That's how I'm feeling too.
Thank you, Emma. Coming up, Addison, Hampshire has the latest on-campus coverage.
And we will get one final look at your weather.
My son, Ricky, took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me in ways that I never knew that I could be broken. And I contemplated suicide. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe. Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Addison Hampshire, and this is your campus coverage. This weekend, the fall short plays are premiering in the Fine Arts Building Recital Hall. The cast members have been working hard on their shows since the beginning of the semester. All 3 short plays are student-directed by upperclassmen at Ball State. Senior actress Marissa Drew gave her opinion on the importance of student directing.
I think that it's really awesome to see student-directed pieces. It's just such a collaborative process, and we all get to learn together.
The shows you have an opportunity to watch this weekend are Terminating, directed by Jeremiah Combs, In Shakespeare and the Bible, directed by Ryan Goldberg, and Action, directed by Riley Duncan. Each show explores different ideas and highlights the talent of all who are involved. Tickets are available at the box office, through the phone, or online.
Now, I think that it's pretty amazing that the theater does give, students the opportunity to put on shows by themselves. I think that's really nice.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's an amazing opportunity, yes.
All right, thank you, Addison. And now let's take one final look at your weather.
I'm really looking forward to those warmer temperatures coming this weekend, and then also that chance of rainfall coming later next week.
Taking a look at those temperatures for next week, I think they're all going to be pretty nice. So
I'm
can't
really
wait for that.
excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited
yes.
for those rainfalls happening
Yeah.
for us.
Oh, yes. Can't wait. All right, that's all for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page, YouTube channel, and WCRD 91.3.
And don't forget to vote on our Cardinal Sunrise poll on Instagram. For news anytime, anywhere, just go to cardinalmediabsu.com. Have a great night and stay safe.